has been a weird event for me because my wife and I just had a baby a week and a half ago, so I had to come here late. And so the team was practicing on their own, and you know, they're all veterans, so I know they're capable of learning a field and knowing what to do. So when I got here late, I had to kind of catch up and kind of learn what they were doing and get on the same page with them. So that took a little bit of time. Our first game, it didn't go as planned, and I just think our game plan going into that wasn't how we're going to win this event or how we've ever won an event as Houston Heat. We made some adjustments after the first loss against ML Kings. We started playing Houston Heat, aggressive, teamwork paintball, and so far it's been working. And if we keep improving our teamwork, you know, I can't see us losing this tournament. We're in the World Cup Paris here. We're in a situation where we can win our first World Cup Millennium event and our first Millennium Series event. It's one of the only accomplishments that this team hasn't done since we've started, and this is a big tournament for us. You know, as long as we place 2 spots higher than the Tauntauns and 1 higher than Impact, then that'll lock up this series for us. And you know, it's a real big deal for us.
I guess the only thing I'd like to see different from today and yesterday is a little more communication. It looked like we wanted to move more, but it was almost like we're just trying to make those individual moves and rush a little bit more. But I think with this team, it's going to be real important to communicate on the guns and where the lanes are to make sure, because they're looking to run. So we got to make sure we always have somebody covering a lane. So if I'm looking to move, make sure, hey, you're watching this. You're watching over that corner, locking him in. Okay. Hey, if you come out here, if you're here and here, and this guy is not looking at you, so if you're here, let's have a call to this guy to shoot this bounce shot, okay?
Я имею в виду, что если у вас двоих будет выбор, пойти либо сюда, блядь, сюда, я сюда к нему. Ну это да, это понятно, мы должны ширить.
It's not, you know, lollygagging these bunkers, they're looking at stepping off, they did a few times yesterday, stepping off the snake side, and then you'll feel the short bunker. They're trying to shoot the DM and pick up this guy.
And they picked up Slava here in the back center a lot too, so play fucking tight.
I think this is just snake corner.
Okay.
Well, let's go.
Remember, we're fucking attacking these guys, but the biggest thing, the difference between this guys and the Icon game, we have to keep our guns up and looking for them to make moves also, okay?
Smart aggression each other right now, okay? Fucking work, right?
Right? 100%.
Yeah, boys, go.
Ready? 1, 2, 3,
Chad Boucher. I've been playing paintball for 15 years, and I play for Houston Heat. Pro teams I played on Chicago Abstract, Indianapolis Mutiny, and just now Houston Heat. Randy Smith and I, in 2011, started thinking about a pro team that he wanted to start, and you know, he contacted me about it, and I was already helping with his kids that he had before in Division II, and he said, you know, he wanted to make the step to pro, and you know, we sat down and spent a lot of man hours on the phone together, and then just trying to figure out a roster that would click together. And you know, I mean, we came out in 2012, the team that we built, and we won. So if I didn't have paintball, I honestly don't know exactly what I would even do. It is my life, 100% of it every day. You know, I wake up, I figure out, you know, if I'm gonna, you know, what I'm gonna go to the gym for to train for paintball, what I actually do. Outside of that, I'm on the phone constantly talking to other paintball players, talking to guys in the industry, talking to the owner of the team, trying to make, you know, my team better, trying to make myself better, and yeah, 100%. My entire life is evolved around paintball. You know, we have a lot of veterans on the team. I would say, as far as there's no cliques on the team. That, you know, I'm kind of like the middleman between, you know, the Russians and the Americans, the guy that kind of converses with both. A leader on the team would be Konstantin Fedorov, Mishka, and you know, we have our coach with Jason Chosen, so they make a lot of decisions back and forth. Another leader that we do have actually is Tim Montresor, and he's a good mediator. As far as, you know, if somebody sees something one way, he tries to be the devil's advocate. He really looks out for, you know, things between the coach and the player, and he kind of keeps things like just going well with it. So what I mean by that is, like, Tim's a good guy to have around just for the fact of, like, you know, he sees it from both sides. He can see it as a player's side or even from the coach's side and different things like that. Not really, you know, I mean, I've been doing this game long enough where there's nothing where I don't listen to certain music. I don't like worry about changing my socks or anything else out. I just go out and do the damn thing. This team's actually different. It's like a big family. You know, we have the guys in Russia and Ukraine, and I talk to them either every day or every other day at least. I talk to them like 3 to 5 times a week. With the guys in America, you know, 4 guys, like I lived on the East Coast with some of the guys before, and then, you know, we have 2 guys in California, and it's like we're always talking about something, or like sometimes we'll even just go and like we've all done it where we've like just to practice and be together. We've all flown to a certain spot and then met up and then just to like, you know, party and hang out and play paintball together. So yeah, it's just like a big family. In 2015, you know, we've kind of put a landmark and we've given people a blueprint again what it takes to have a winning team. We've had a little bit of success this year. Next year, you know, we really can't like look forward past that. We still have events left, and you know, we just kind of focus on it, you know, 1 point, 1 match at a time. And then, you know, as next year, you know, you just don't want to get in our way because we're going to still be the best team in the world.
I'm Ryan Smith. I play for Houston Heat in the US and 5-star in Europe. I started playing paintball in like 2007 was my first national event, and my parents always supported me throughout it. So we worked our way up the ranks to about Division II with the Team Distortion, and then my dad came up with the idea to make a pro team. And he asked me, I said yes. I agreed. I thought it'd be awesome, create a great opportunity. So we talked with Yaya, who we've known over the years, and Sam, and we built up a badass team to come out and win. When I'm home, I help around the house, do what I can, keep things running. In my free time, I'll go play on the weekends if I'm home, but I like to travel, do stuff, hang out with the family, try to get in touch with old friends maybe. But otherwise, I'm usually just keeping up with the Brewskis on our team. They're trouble. The main thing that we do, because we have people from all over the US and all over the world, we join together a week and a half before the tournament, and we all practice and stay together and try to have a good time. So mainly preparing, we practice a lot, yes, but we try to keep everybody happy and try to stay together as one team as much as we can. When it comes time to tournament time, I mean, I think everybody warms up together some, but then you also have to allow for that own personal time of what the person wants to do on their own. So I'll kind of just walk around and think and be in La La Land. Other people like to listen to music. So there's just a mix of people and what they do on our team, but I kind of just hang out, enjoy the day. If it's bad outside, then I hide somewhere until I got to go play. But I like to try to keep my goggles clean. That's my biggest thing. In our spare time, I've gone shooting with Mishka. We go do shooting. They like to four-wheel, so maybe at World Cup we can get on some ATVs and do that. But otherwise, I usually drive the Rooskies around and we go shopping all the time, every day, all day. Shopping, shopping, shopping. But no, we find activities to do. Swimming, jet skis, maybe some shopping, some shooting. When we were in Paris, the guys from 5-star, we went to the catacombs. So it was a good time. We always find something to do on our off day.
For us, this tournament, you know, we kind of came out slow. We didn't really have a chance to practice much here in France because there was so much rain. So we played against 5-star, we played against ourselves. So we really only had one mentality coming into the event, and we lost our first game to the ML Kings because we just weren't ready to adjust. And you know, I think that was an upset for us, but it was also a reminder that we do have to change our game plan and be ready to fight everyone else. But beyond that, I mean, I don't feel like anyone's invincible. I feel like we're ready to play everyone, and now we've had our game plan adjusted 2, 3, 4 games in a row, so I feel better now. For all the positions on the team, it's kind of a trade-off. So we don't have our whole squad here. We only have 7 dudes. So really, Yaya's the team manager. He kind of handles all the sponsorship. Chad and I teamed up, so we're handling the paint, the pods, and like the in-game stuff. We have Jason chosen with the game plans, and then we really all are cumulative before the game. You know, like we all pull out the board, let everyone get their words out, and then we have to do a little consensus at the end. Like everyone's got their opinions because we have a lot of guys that have played for a long time, but we're able to communicate pretty well, get a couple of game plans on paper that everyone can agree with, and you know, stick to one game plan. A mental or spiritual leader on our team? No, everyone just makes fun of each other. Everyone cusses a lot, yells at each other, and you know, it's a mess. The worst for superstitions before games. You'll always see the same thing. I tighten my barrel, put my gun between my legs, and tighten my headbands and my goggles until my eyes are about to pop out because I do it so many times. But everyone's got a different thing. You know, I think the one thing we can all agree on is we all warm up, we all stretch, and everyone's just constantly picturing themselves being successful in their positions, going through the moves, going through the motions, and just constantly imagining that win. But other than that, everyone's a little superstitious. You see guys wear the same socks every day. You see guys pull the same maneuvers or stretch the same way, same order, but everyone's got their own thing. Well, bringing girlfriends to tournaments, first of all, girlfriends hate paintball players, especially ones that travel a lot because we're never home. But aside from that, you know, it can be a distraction. It depends on the player. You won't see many of us bring our girlfriends because coming to paintball tournaments is like coming to work. And it's not, you know, bring your family to work day. So we all have our little home life and then a paintball life.
Don't forget it, guys. Yeah. Don't lose focus. Yeah. Hey guys, take me this fucking twice now, alright? Because they're gonna see a different team than the first game, right? Different team. Yeah. Right? More disciplined. No, you're gonna fucking go after these motherfuckers. Dirty team. This stuff is change all the time. Speak their fucking ass. Hey, teamwork's getting better and better every game. They gotta be the best teamwork this last game. Alright? Hey, just get that over, boys. No, boys. One team, one family, right? One unit, fucking all day long. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, team. GI Houston Heat!
player helps you in your personal life or not? This you're famous. This
You know, when I'm home, I'm the only one that lives in Northern California in my area. So when I practice and all the guys want to take pictures or whatever it may be, you know, I always say I'm only famous on the weekends. Monday through Friday, we're just average Joes. We're just guys like trying to make it by and build a successful life. But yeah, paintball has helped. You know, I work in the fitness industry, so being a professional athlete of some kind does give you a little bit more merit. So yeah, it helps.
And what about the girls when they know that
The girls, I lie. I tell them I'm a professional snowboarder. They like them better. I don't know. They don't like paintball though. It's not very cool. They think we're all out in the woods shooting our friends, playing army. It's not the same.
In like a museum. All right. So if I had to put, I don't know, we have so many good players on the team and people, I mean, I love all these guys, but I mean, looking at the guys on our team, if you had to put one of these guys' jerseys in a museum, I'd say everybody on our team and almost everybody in the industry on any team would have to say that Mishka's would be the guy that you would put into that museum. And you know, you hear Dynasty's won all these tournaments, but if you look at Mishka's career, there's nobody that's won more professional US Millennium tournaments than that guy. I mean, it's unbelievable what he's done in his career, and he stayed so humble. And you know, I mean, when you talk to our guys on our team, you know, like a Greg or a Ryan Moorhead or the guys that play on that Dorito side, they say that Mishka is the best person that they've ever played with in paintball. And I've heard that from multiple pro players on all teams. So, you know, he's probably the most successful winning player in the history of paintball.
Смешной момент был на тренировке. Чет Яя очень боится змей. Вот, и мы возле поля нашли мертвую змею и засунули ему ее в фидер. И, собственно, дали маркер, он пошел играть, и где-то секунд через 40 он, когда засыпал шарики, понял, что почему-то фидер не работает, полез туда смотреть, и там лежала змея, и это было очень смешно. Ну, он бросил маркер, убежал, начал кричать, что мы нехорошие люди. Было смешно.
Здравствуйте, меня зовут Александр Бердников, мне 26 лет. Давай заново, что ли? Что я чуть не забыл. Приколись, сколько лет. Давай, уйди, ты меня смущаешь. Давай заново, Стас, а?
Yeah. Being the coach, what's that? No, it's mine.